Hey y'all, what is up? It's Spicy AF back with another spicy topic. Hit that thumbs up, like this video. Also, follow me on X, it's Spicy AF, and at SpiceTSpill on Instagram. Here's the picture. Subscribe and share. Wow. Megan Thee Stallion is now the accused in a lawsuit, y'all. Her ex-cameraman said that Megan Thee Stallion made him watch her have sex in a moving car. Now, how that went down could have been that they got into it while the car was driving and he didn't have anywhere else to go. He might have asked, can we pull over? Can I get out? What's going on? But that's what it's saying, y'all. This face value sounds ridiculous to me, but let's see.
Emillio Garcia is accusing Megan Thee Stallion of having a hostile work environment, failure to prevent and remedy violation of labor code, misclassification, violation of labor code rest breaks, also unpaid overtime, wage statements, waiting time penalties. And then not only that, he was also forced to have to indulge in her sexual situation with not a man but woman. And I say to this could have caused trauma to me, in my opinion. If this man is a gay man, this definitely could have caused him emotional distress. I'm on his side with that, because I don't want to be forced to have to sit in that with my employer, with my boss. You know, it's bad enough that the lines are blurred and I'm spending so much time with you. Your personal life is spilling over into our professional life. I have to also hear, smell, and see what's happening with you. And if this man is gay, if he's gay, then yes, I feel like this is causing of distress. I do feel this can be traumatic for somebody like him. He doesn't want to be forced in this situation. As far as the meal breaks and things like that, there's a lawyer that's going to break down this lawsuit, because, of course, I'm not a lawyer, so I don't understand a lot of the terminology. But let's listen to this lawyer break down how Megan Thee Stallion could have violated this man's code of ethics.
What's up, guys? I just got done reading this latest complaint against Megan Thee Stallion so that you guys don't have to. Emillio Garcia is a photographer that she hired in 2022, and he's actually alleging employment claims. All right, he's alleging wrongful termination, hostile work environment, saying he was hired in June of 22. He witnessed an incident in a car one night in Ibiza, Spain, where Megan Thee Stallion and another woman are having sex in front of him. He said it was a moving car. He couldn't get out. The next day, she asks him if he was in the car last night. He says yes. He confirmed that he was in the car, and she said, per the lawsuit, don't ever discuss what you saw. She then allegedly starts berating him and making fat shaming type comments towards him. He says that she called him a fat bee, told him to spit his food out, and that you don't need to be eating that. He also makes wage and hour law violations, basically saying that he was working 50 hours a week, he was on call 24/7, that he was doing way more than work as a photographer, and that he was underpaid, and that he was classified as a 1099 contractor, but that he was actually an employee. And therein lies the major issue that I foresee legally in this case, because if a court finds that he's just an independent contractor, he's not going to have standing to make wrongful termination, hostile work environment type claims. And I believe, according to California law, from it looks like the language of the lawsuit, probably not these wage and hour law violation claims either.
Thank you, because you did that, so I don't have to. The problem, as you heard, could come up when he filed as a 1099 tax person. He's an independent contractor, y'all. That means that he may not be held under the same standards as a regular employee who is working under a corporation, under a business. He is probably like what they call a sole proprietor. He is fully responsible for himself. And I heard him say that he was a clerk working at the court. So he had a corporal job where he was under those guidelines. It might come up as an issue for him, but I didn't finish the rest because I didn't want to take her full clip. Just wanted to fairly use a portion because she's the attorney, not me. Well, in the end, she said it might be a situation where Megan sits down with Megan Cuniff also said this, and they might work out a settlement. She might pay him, and that would be good. Honestly, I'm on Emillio's side on this, because it's hard enough working for companies, but having to sit in the middle of that, yes, it's rude. It's rude. It's cruel to me. I don't like it, and it's borderline coercing. It's coercing. I don't want to be forced to have to sit in a car, and I'm in the middle. And as he said, Megan asked him the next day, was you in the car? So she could have been under the influence, as we normally see her, drunk and out of control. And I have to deal with all of that. I'm on Emillio's side. I don't want to sit in the middle of that, yes. But they might ask him, why didn't you quit? You offered your services. As a matter of fact, take a listen to Emillio and how sweet he explained Megan to be. See, this stuff may work against him now. Listen to him from his own mouth.
She was super sweet. Miss Holly was super sweet, and I was really just like in awe, like, of her talent. Like, once we got in the studio, like, and just watching her work, because I'm someone, like, I'm such a fan of like rap music, and specifically female rappers. And so to go in the studio to see someone who I was a huge fan of, and just to be recording her, I was so like, oh my god, like, she's so talented.
Yeah, so as you heard him say, Megan was sweet. Well, I mean, I'm still with Emillio. She could have been sweet in the beginning. He wanted to do business with the Megan Thee Stallion. He sees that it's so fun, who's so entertaining, always dancing, partying, having a good time. Very invitable. But my problem here is that, Megan, you are always out here doing these types of things. You're always being exposed for some kind of promiscuity. Always involved in some kind of sex scheme. And that's not cool as a person. And I understand that Megan had some dysfunctions due to losing people that were supposed to be raising her and training her. But these people did not pass away till later on in her life. Her main role models, like same-sex role model as her mother, she raised her. She was with her for majority of her life, her childhood fully, and then into her adulthood. So it just makes me wonder, how was she brought up? What was she exposed to? What kind of upbringing did she have? Because she's very, very promiscuous. Every time you hear about her, she is involved in a sex scheme, a scandal. Even when it comes down to Tory Lanez, even the nature of what happened between Tory Lanez and, at the time, her friend Kelsey. She really hurt her friend Kelsey. And although on this channel I have dedicated, when I talked about this case with Megan and Tory, I dedicated the character of talking about, you know, how Megan was wronged. I didn't focus on her lifestyle, and I like that I didn't focus on her lifestyle, because that's not what it was about. Her promiscuous nature was not on trial. The fact that she was grazed or shot with some gun, that was what it was about. But let's get into her sexual nature, because that's what this is about. It's about her promiscuous lifestyle just being completely out of control, outrageous. After a night of party, it says here, y'all, on or around June 2022, she was traveling on tour with this guy and some other people, alright, in Ibiza, Spain. After a night out, plaintiff Stallion and 3 other women were riding in an SUV together. Suddenly, Stallion and one of the other women start having sex. Imagine that. Suddenly, yo, right beside plaintiff. Plaintiff could not get out of the car as it was both moving, and he was in the middle of nowhere in a foreign country. Here is where I empathize with him. He said plaintiff was embarrassed, mortified, and offended throughout the whole ordeal. The following day, Stallion inquired whether plaintiff was in the SUV the previous night. She didn't even know who was in her car. That's what I'm talking about when I say out of control. This is dysfunctional. You are in a foreign country. You are, you know, you have to respect a lot of the laws out here in them foreign countries. If you didn't learn yet, there are people, women, who get locked up and go to prison. That basketball player, the woman's, you know, the WNBA player who was arrested over in Russia, of all countries to be arrested in, you black, and locked up in Russia. And then there was another girl, another black girl over there in Dubai. She was locked up. And now we have you over in Spain, in a foreign country, suddenly doing things like having sex with women. And then there's laws. Even if you go to Africa with that stuff, go over there in Africa and try that. Go to Uganda and they might kill you for that. They can actually put you in prison for life or kill you, have you killed for homosexuality over there. You in other countries, you don't know the laws, and you getting drunk. You don't even know who's in your car. You don't know who you picked up. You don't even know who's in your car. You have to ask the person that works for you, was you there? And if so, you ain't see nothing. You ain't here. And then you threatening me? And I wonder why this guy got fired. I truly wonder, because I did not read, I'm going to be honest, I ain't read the whole lawsuit. As this goes on and we continue to talk about it, I will talk about what's in the lawsuit. But yo, her lifestyle is too much. It's too radical. She's doing too much. She's in a fast-paced lifestyle that will get her messed up. She thinks that this is fun. Well, honey, you ain't 21. Let's rhyme, okay? You're not 21. You're older, and I hold people older more and more responsible than I do somebody that's in their early 20s. When you get over 25, that's when I start looking at you. I don't blame your parents. I don't blame nobody but you, because you now have enough experience. Look, the girl done got whole trial for getting popped in her foot. She got a lot of more experience than a lot of us out here now. A lot of us, God forbid, and thank God, we did not experience this. But she did, and she knows the danger of having sex and being promiscuous and getting drunk. She knows the danger of being in party environments, and you know what I mean. So she has the experience, and she knows now. She has the awareness. So I judge her based on what she should know to do. It's right from wrong, straight like that. So will she be held responsible? I don't know. According to the attorneys, they say that Emillio might not have a case, because if he's an independent contractor, he's the owner of his own property. There is no one to blame but himself. So I feel like, personally, my feelings don't mean nothing, but I feel that he should have been entitled to breaks. Even her herself need breaks. So yes, you give your employee breaks, and you should not treat people like you're entitled. They don't have to go home. They have to be on call for you, to answer your calls when you need them to. Doesn't matter what they're doing, and you don't want them to eat. They gotta be body shamed and fat shamed because they get hungry. No, it should be a line of demarcation. You should know the difference between personal and business. So I feel like, off the strength of what happened, she need to give him some money for that. I don't care. She disrespected that man. And personally, it's traumatizing to have to sit. If he's a gay man, he has to sit and watch a woman in a woman. Like, come on, be in the middle of that is uncomfortable. And it will affect you. And I feel like if this man was touched on or something like that, this could definitely have an effect on him. I'm with him, right, wrong, or indifferent. I'm on his side. Megan, you are totally out of line for this. If this is true, because anybody can write a lawsuit, anybody can pull charges on somebody. But if it's true, this was 2022. I'm hoping you learn 2 years later from your wild mistakes. Boy, oh boy, that year.
Sound reasonable to you? Fired while being forced to be in a car where two are having sex. You smelling, you hearing, you seeing people having sex. And guess what? It said that it was two women. Two women. Now, if this ex-cameraman is in fact a gay man or bisexual man, this may be even worse for him, y'all. And although the lawsuit is displaying sex assault, it could very well just be a violation of ethics. As you can hear, this man is a regular office worker, so he's used to code of ethics. He's used to code of conduct. These are trainings that he goes through on his job. He is in the mindset of how this is violating his rights. It's everything we're taught when we are at work. And these are the trainings we have yearly, sometimes quarterly. We get a handbook when we at work. So for him to be in this environment with a celebrity, it's a whole different ball game. You know, this is a teaching moment. Now, the lawyer of Megan Thee Stallion is claiming that this man is just trying to get money. This has nothing to do with sex A, and that this is everything to do with, like I said, ethics. Him not or him not getting his pay, because he did mention in the lawsuit that he wasn't paid for overtime, so he's suing for that. He said he had to get help. I don't know about that, but he probably went and got some therapy, because he was going to definitely sue, and he's going to want his wages. But then again, if this is in fact a man, say this man was of the LGBTQ and he was gay, for him to have to sit and indulge and listen and smell and see and hear two women is probably traumatic for him. We don't know what this man suffered in his life. We don't know if this man was violated. We don't know what he's seen and what happened to him that put him back. Sometimes, a lot of times, they don't know how to turn off the character. You don't know how to turn off the art from the human, from the person. Why is your job, why is it colliding into when we traveling? Why are you in character? You should separate your personal life from your work life. Maybe that's another sign that things are just out of bounds for you. The drinking, and now it's spilled over to disrespecting your employees. Well, Megan Thee Stallion has come out and she's denied these things, y'all. She says that these are not true. He's just up for a money grab. Of course, we expect your lawyer to say that. The same way with Lizzo. When you got her employees coming out saying that she was bullying them, she was touching on them, she was being too sexually to them, she was forcing them to walk all the way across the Manhattan or the Brooklyn Bridge for cheesecake. She was harassing them. She comes out just like Megan's lawyer. Oh, I deny this. Just like Diddy's lawyer. Oh, I deny this. This is a witch hunt. This is mayhem. Yeah, we know. If this man has any receipts, then you need to pay up, because this is wrong. Cruelty. I don't want to smell you. I don't want to see you engage in sexual activity. If I gotta work with you, why would you make the environment uncomfortable for me? Why would you do that to me? How do you get off on people that don't really know you watching you engage in sex, especially with the same sex? And in either case, anyway, it's all to me something I don't want to see. I don't want to see. But then to make matters worse, if this man is gay, he definitely might be traumatized and he might have himself a lawsuit. That just seems off to me. It's old, but yeah, it's prevalent. You fired him and he's coming for you. And that should be a lesson for all these celebrities. You have employees, you need to learn, go get you a code of conduct book, read it, and then rewrite it. Write your own. Write your own, because otherwise, you're going to get sued if you treating people the way that this man claims that he was treated under you. I want to know your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Leave your comments. Hit that thumbs up. Like this video, y'all. Subscribe. And stay tuned, because we got more to come. Peace.